Have you ever caught yourself in the heat of the moment? Your child's misbehaving, your heart starts racing, your voice is about to rise, and thought to yourself, "Ugh, I don't want to yell, but I don't know what else to do." If yes, friend, you are not alone. And today I want to share the secret that changes everything when it comes to getting kids to listen without yelling. It's not a magic phrase, and it's not a sticker chart. It's one simple practice, the pause. And what we do in that pause is everything. When your child talks back, ignores you, or breaks a rule, your brain can often interpret that as danger, just like we talked about in video 1. But here's what you got to remember. Your nervous system isn't broken. It's beautifully designed to protect you. But here is the good news. We get to teach our bodies a new pattern. When we pause, we're not giving up control. And we have to remember that what's actually happening is we are reclaiming our ability to lead with wisdom instead of reactivity. You don't have to yell. You don't have to shut down. You can and you get to pause and breathe, reconnect with your heart, then respond with intention. This is what we call hitting the pause button or connecting with your heart connector here at Fresh Start Family. And here's what it sounds like in real life. So let's say your child spills their milk or a smoothie after you ask them not to climb on the counter 17 times. Maybe you have a teenager that slams the door again after an argument. Or your toddler hits their sibling in frustration. Before reacting, I want you to say one phrase out loud to yourself and where your child can hear you. I need a minute to self-calm. And then I want you to step to the side. You can put your hand on your heart. You can feel your feet on the floor. I want you to take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And I want you to say this with me. I am safe. My child is not my enemy. We are learning together. When you say this out loud, something powerful happens. Your child hears a new way of doing conflict. They witness emotional literacy and they start to mirror it back. Because here's the truth. Children mostly learn what is caught, not taught. So what you model to them in the moments when things aren't going your way, when you're disappointed or triggered or just plain exhausted, those will likely be what they mirror back to you the next time they feel upset. So when you're calm and grounded while holding a boundary, like saying it's time to leave the park or sticking to your no popsicles before dinner rule, you are teaching them how to respond when life hands them limits too. So just remember, every pause is a lesson. Every breath is a seed. And the harvest will come in time with consistency, compassion, and grace. So let's talk about how you actually speak to your kids after the pause, because language matters like a lot. Here at Fresh Start Family, we teach something called empowerment prompting. So these are phrases that invite cooperation instead of demanding compliance. They say, and basically communicate things like, I believe you are capable. I see you, kiddo, as a problem solver. I'm here to coach you, not control you. And trust me, your strong-willed kids will respond so much better to that than the classic overpowering methods. So compare that to compliance statements, which often sound like do it now, or I said stop it. If you don't lose those privileges, you're going to get this taken away from you. So compliance statements might get short-term obedience, but the thing is they don't build long-term skills or strong relationships, but empowerment prompts do. Empowerment prompts also nurture self-control. They engage critical thinking and they build emotional literacy. So here are some of my favorite empowerment prompts that you can try this week. So as I mentioned earlier, you can try saying, I need a minute to self-calm instead of you're driving me crazy or I can't deal with this right now. I want you to try things like, please talk softly instead of stop yelling or be quiet. You can also try, would you like to do it on your own or have me help you? Instead of I've asked you 3 times, do it now. You can also say things like stop, breathe. Now ask for what you want instead of stop whining. Or a choice like, hey, I need you to walk slow like a turtle or a sloth instead of don't run. You can also say, you're a great leader. I want you to use your teamwork skills instead of don't be bossy. And instead of saying it's time to go now, you can try on, do you want to leave the park now or in 5 minutes? Now, you don't have to remember all of those. Start with just 1 or 2 and build from there. When my daughter Stella was 3, she pushed every button I had. And when she'd throw a tantrum or yell at me, I'd find myself wanting to yell right back to put her in her place. But after I studied this work for a while and a few days before one day in particular, I'll never forget, I made a firm decision. I was going to start modeling emotional regulation with intention. No more skipping the pause and no more rushing straight to correction. I wanted to show this kid what it looked like to feel big feelings and still choose self-regulation first. So I started practicing what I teach, putting my hand on my heart, taking deep breaths, and whispering things like, hey kiddo, I need a minute to calm myself, before I redirected her misbehavior. And then, only about 5 days into this really intentional shift, I witnessed something that stopped me in my tracks. Stella had been upstairs fighting with her little brother about something, I don't even remember what, but I could hear the frustration building. There were stomps and shouts and the whole 9 yards. And I braced myself for another toddler versus little brother blow up. But when I came around the corner, she wasn't yelling. And she wasn't hitting. She was sitting calmly on the couch. Her eyes were closed, her hand was on her heart, and she was taking big, intentional breaths. You can picture this little 3-year-old. And I softly asked, honey, what are you doing? And without missing a beat, she said, I'm calming down because Taryn is making me very mad. In that moment, tears welled in my eyes because I knew she had caught what I had recently decided to model with gusto. Days earlier, she had been flying off the handle. Now she was self-regulating. At 3 years old, because I had shown her, not just told her how. That moment, it taught me something huge. Our presence is the greatest parenting tool we have. We don't have to be perfect. We just have to be consistent because our kids are always watching and they're always learning. So here's your challenge between now and the next video. I want you to practice the pause button. Use the phrase, I need a minute to self-calm. Shift your language. Choose 1 or 2 empowerment prompts to try this week and notice how it feels in your body, in your heart, and your home. And remember, friend, this work is about progress over perfection. Like Brené Brown says, strong back, soft front, wild heart. And like Mother Teresa showed us, love is in the little things. You are doing holy work, my friend. When you pause, when you breathe, when you speak with dignity and grace, you're not just getting your kids to listen. You are rewriting your family's story. You're teaching your children emotional fluency. You're showing them what true power looks like. Calm, connected, compassionate. In video 3, I'll be helping you understand the true root causes of misbehavior. And spoiler alert, no, it's not that your kids are just trying to be spoiled brats or push your buttons or get away with bloody murder. That was a phrase my mom used to say growing up when she thought I was being sneaky. So weird, right? So make sure you come back for the next lesson to learn simple ways to differentiate between unique misbehavior patterns your child presents and how you can respond in a way that teaches, empowers, and truly transforms behavior long-term. So make sure you subscribe and grab your free Quick Start Learning bundle below and let me know in the comments, what phrase from today's lesson are you going to try first this week? You've got this. I believe in you, and I will see you back for video number 3 very soon.